Welcome back, my friends. Today we're going to be talking about codependency. We're going to talk about how the narcissist is actually codependent. We're going to go over the definition of codependency, how to work on it in your own life, and as well to know that the narcissist was just as much codependent on you as you were to them. Let's go. Welcome back, my friends. I hope you're all having an awesome week so far. Hope you've gotten some workouts in, you're eating healthy, you're staying safe. Most importantly, you're on your healing journey, you're focusing on you, you're giving yourself all the loving energy to get through this tumultuous time. As you know, the healing journey is very difficult. It's a lot of pain, it's a lot of suffering, it's a lot of discovering who you are at a core level. And today I think this video is really going to hit home with a lot of people, help a lot of people understand, their own inner childhood traumas, as well as understanding how codependent the narcissist really is on us, on the empaths. And a lot of people think that the narcissist is not codependent, that they're very in touch with self, but it is so far from the truth. And we're going to break this stigma today, and we're going to talk about it. Please like and subscribe. Let's get this out to as many people that need to hear it, that need to go on the healing journey, that need to learn about codependency in order to become your most authentic self. You're not going to become your most authentic self while being codependent. So we're going to address that in this video, and let's get to it. We're going to be going over an article today, and I will link it in the description box, so if you want to read it on your own time, you can. And it's on Psychology Today, and it is called Narcissists Are Codependent Too. So first, let's talk about dependency. I'm just going to read right from the article, and then we will talk about it. Codependency is a disorder of a lost self. Codependents have lost their connection to their innate self. Instead, their thinking and behavior revolve around a person, substance, or process. Narcissists also suffer from a lack of connection to their true self. In its place, they are identified with their ideal self. Their inner deprivation and lack of connection to their real self make them dependent on others for validation. Consequently, like other codependents, their self-image, thinking, and behavior are other-oriented in order to stabilize and validate their self-esteem and fragile ego. So if we know with a narcissist, right, they can come off as charming, super ultra confident and arrogant, and just that they don't need anybody. But it's very far from the truth, because as we know, everything with the narcissist is an illusion, is a facade, right? They're a master illusionist. If they were to show their true broken self, what they, learned in childhood through their traumas, if they were to show all of that shame, they would not be ultra confident. They have to overcome their shame with these illusions so that they can keep the mask on. They are codependent at a core. And if we know that, let's think about like a movie, like vampire movies, right? And a narcissist is an energy vampire, essentially. But if we look at movies with vampires, what do vampires need to survive? They need blood. Who has blood? Other people. Without the other people, without the blood, the source, their supply source, what happens to a vampire? They die, or they wither away, they dry up, go in their coffin. It's the same thing with a narcissist. Without the empath, without that potent energetic supply, what happens to a narcissist? They wither up and die. That's why they can't be alone. That's why they always need someone. They always need a source of supply, because they are dependent on other people. They are codependent, just as empaths are. And I shouldn't say as most empaths are. Okay, so let's take this a little step further. Shame. Shame is at the core of codependency and addiction. It stems from growing up in a dysfunctional family. Narcissists' inflated self-opinion is commonly mistaken for self-love. However, exaggerated self-flattery and arrogance merely assuage unconscious internalized shame that is common among codependents. I'm going to do a separate video on this, but oftentimes, and the ex-narcissist in my life said the same thing. She had immense self-love. She loved herself so much, but they don't. Again, illusion. They believe, they don't know it because it's an unconscious thought pattern. They believe they have all the self-love in the world, but it's not self-love, it's self-opinion. It's self-opinion of their idealized version that they think they are the king and queen shit of the world. It's where the arrogance comes from, this massive ego. They don't have self-love. It's an illusion. All it is self-opinion. They have a heightened self-opinion of themselves. Again, everything with them is an illusion, guys. Children develop different ways of coping with the anxiety, insecurity, and hostility that they experience growing up in dysfunctional families. Internalized shame can result despite parents' good intentions and lack of overt abuse. To feel safe, children adopt coping patterns that give rise to an ideal self. One strategy is to accommodate other people and seek their love, affection, and approval. Another is to seek recognition, mastery, and domination over others. Does this sound familiar? As the empaths, what do we seek? We want all that love. We want all that affection that we didn't get. We're searching that out. But what is the narcissist searching? The narcissist is searching recognition, mastery, and domination over others. Sounds familiar, right? I'm sure all of you guys can can say that the narcissist is all about domination, right? Control. They want control. They want power over others. Again, this is what they used as a coping mechanism. As the empath, I look at it kind of like in the childhood trauma, there's the empath and the narcissist. You know, we all have trauma, right? But you choose in this trauma which way to go. We don't know, you know, as a kid, you don't know all this, and you're like, okay, it's kind of like Star Wars, all right? You can choose to go to the dark side, or you can choose to go to the light, right? That's what the narcissist and the empath have in their childhood trauma. Does the person that goes through the trauma go towards the light, or do they go towards the dark? The narcissist goes towards the dark. They go towards the self-mastery and the control and the power. That's how they deal with their trauma, rather than the empath deals with it from trying to seek out the love that they never got from other people. The codependent, that's where the codependency comes from. They seek out the affection from other people. The narcissist in childhood just chose the alternate path as the empath. You know, that's why I always say the narcissist is your opposite, right? They're the opposite. You guys might have had the very similar childhood traumas. Both of you could have been abused, or both of you could have been neglected. But regardless of what the trauma was, the narcissist chooses to take the dark path, the sadistic path, the evil path, and exploit everyone else for their own gain. So I want you guys to realize that narcissists are extremely codependent. Extremely codependent. They look for everything from the empath. Because what happens if you stop giving to the narcissist, you stop giving them supply, you stop putting their ego up, saying they're the best thing, you're the best thing ever, and you know, oh my God, you're amazing, this, and this. You stop giving them that energy source in whatever area it's in, then what happens? The narcissist needs that supply, so then they go and find other sources of supply. This is why they always have a harem garage. I forget which YouTuber phrased or coined that phrase. I think it was Narc Daily. Maybe it was Narc Daily or Narcology. I think it was Narcology Report. This is the harem garage. You know, they have to have all these different supply to meet their need. They need admiration from everyone. So as soon as you stop giving them whatever it is, maybe it's finances, you pull back on giving them finances, they're going to go find it elsewhere. AKA, they're codependent on you. They're codependent, so they need to get it from all other areas. It's not just empaths that are codependent, it's narcissists too. And so as the empath, what I always tell people, to break codependency, you have to go on the healing journey. That's, hands down number one. But number two is you need to isolate yourself. You need to strip away everything so that you can find who you are at a core level. You can't find out who you are if you're on 10 different social media platforms, you're watching all these different people do this and seeing all the trends and, being part of the world, because the world has been incorporated in you since childhood. So it's like we're walking around with all these filters, maybe different, like 50 different layers of mask, little filters all over us. And we need to peel away all those filters to find, like an onion, to find the core. And the only way you do this is to isolate yourself and to start figuring out who you really are. So that's why I always tell people, go on a month, 2 months, 3 months. Don't look at corn. Don't be celibate. Go into monk mode. Strip away all TV, all sources that give us media from the world, and sit with yourself. And people can't do this. People cannot sit with themselves and be alone because we worry. We're afraid of ourselves, of what we might find. Again, you're going to find pain and suffering. That's what you're going to find. When you isolate yourself and pull away all that, you have to sit with your feelings. You have to sit with your emotions. Everything you've buried deep down inside of yourself since childhood. And people don't want to go through that. But the only way to heal and to let go of those broken pieces of your shattered mirror is to isolate and let go of it so that you can find who you truly are at a core. You might realize that you don't like a certain type of music after you isolate yourself. You might realize, oh, this is what everyone else liked, or because I went through this trauma, I associated my own belief system with this type of music. But then when you isolate yourself and you get rid of everything and you find yourself at a core level, you're going to realize, oh, this was just a piece of someone else, something imposed from the world. I don't actually like this type of music. I like this. That's the whole point of going on the healing journey and isolating yourself, is that you get to find truly what you do like. Maybe you, maybe you loved snowboarding. Let's just say you love snowboarding, but at a young age, you saw all the cool kids were snowboarding and you associated like, that's cool. And that's what is, gonna make me fit in, or, you liked it for the wrong reasons. So maybe after you strip everything away, you realize, hey, I don't really like snowboarding. Maybe I really like skiing, or maybe I really like ice skating. I'm just giving you examples here, but this is my point, is that a lot of who we are is from other people and from the world. It's not really who we are at a core level. So that's why going on the isolation journey, the healing journey, and becoming authentically yourself, you have to strip away everything. And that's how you get rid of codependency. Because once you know who you are at a core level and you've stripped everything away, you're going to realize that you don't need anyone, that you never needed anyone. Your entire life, you had it all inside of you. And when you figure that out, then you're going to attract that same type of person, that same equal to you. You're not going to attract the opposite. Because what happens? A negative and a positive. Opposites. They always say opposites attract. What happens? Empath, narcissist. You attract the narcissist. So when you heal and become that best version authentically yourself, and you know who you are and you are no longer codependent on other people, you're going to get that same type of person that is also healed, that is not a narcissist, that is your equal. That's why it's so important going on the healing journey. If you do not do it, you're going to keep attracting the same narcissistic type of person. If you don't heal your inner child, you don't heal those wounds, you will keep attracting the same type of people. You will be attracted to that same person, that broken person, because you are still broken on the inside. That's why you need to heal. You need to become unbroken to attract another unbroken person. As the whole point of this video, guys, I want you guys to become authentically yourselves and not be codependent. And it is the best feeling in the world. When you realize everything you have inside is an amazing gift and it's just ready to be released, but we're holding on to it. We're scared to let go because it's all we've ever known. All we've ever known is this version of ourselves, this false version with all these filters, with all these masks, with all these worldly things that have been put on us. It's like we're a statue, like Michelangelo carved this statue, and then there's all this clay just thrown all over the place. And we're walking around with all this false stuff attached to us that's not really truly who we are. So when you're going on the healing journey, you're pulling off these pieces of clay and you're finding different pieces of yourself that you never even knew were there. And that is the best feeling, because once you become whole and complete, you know your self-worth, you know your value, and you know that you will never ever allow someone to ever treat you the way a narcissistic type of person does. And that is what I want for all of you guys. I want you guys to find that special person that's going to treat you the way you are meant to be deserved of. You know, you have all the self-worth and all the self-love inside you. You just have to chip away with the chisel and keep on working on healing, and you will get there. I promise you that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, comment on this. Let me know if this spoke to you, if you learned some things, and enjoy the day, guys. Stay healthy and stay safe, and most importantly, be grateful for everything that you do have. I promise you, when you are grateful for waking up and being able to just take in a breath, that you're not sitting in a hospital and you need oxygen, that you don't have some crazy serious illness where you can't do normal activities, that you're able to get in your car, you have 4 tires that get you from point A to B. It might not be a Lamborghini, but that Lamborghini is just an external thing. It does not dictate your self-worth of who you are as a human being. You have a vehicle to be able to go to the gym, to go get groceries, to travel, to do what you want to do, that you can afford to go get groceries and eat what you want to eat. Those are the things you need to be grateful for. Focus on those, and that will internalize joy and happiness in your life. All right, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. Enjoy the day. Stay safe. Talk soon.
I can see the fire that we made just to save